Hello friends and family, come on in Kamira's kitchen because today I am showing you how to make a super creamy and delicious chicken Alfredo with broccoli. It is perfectly seasoned with a Cajun spice and it is downright delicious. Let's go ahead and get cooking. We're going to start by finely mincing half of an onion. You want to cut it so that the pieces are small enough that when you saute it and mix into the sauce, they will just dissolve away. I am using boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I'm using 5 of them today. You can use chicken breast, but baby, you already know that I am team dark meat. We're going to season these chicken thighs with a tablespoon of my homemade Cajun spice. I'm also going to use dried basil as well as a generous helping of garlic powder to season these chicken thighs and a pinch of salt. If you're using a Cajun spice from the store, you want to make sure that it's low in sodium because baby, don't oversalt your food and then come and say that I done did it to you, baby. Use my homemade Cajun spice. We are even going to season the water in this recipe for our pasta. I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of better than bouillon chicken flavor and I'm putting in some salt. This better than bouillon will help this noodles even have a nice flavor. I'm using half a package of fettuccine and I'm cooking them according to the package instructions. Let's get started on this Alfredo. Guys, I'm putting in 3 tablespoons of butter into a hot skillet that's on medium heat. I'm putting my chicken in and I'm going to allow that to really brown on one side. Don't be stirring your meat too much when you put it in the pan. You really want your meat to get a nice crust on it. That is how those flavors really develop on your food. Those spices start to bloom and it gives a wonderful flavor. You see that nice crust on that chicken? That is what you are looking for. I've been cooking it for about 5 minutes on this medium heat, and that is the time where I started getting this nice crust on it. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to allow it to cook for about 5 or 6 more minutes on the other side until I feel like it is ready. When my chicken is done, I'm going to take it out and we have all those seasonings left in the pan. That's going to go into our sauce as well. I add 2 tablespoons of more butter and then I put in my minced onions. I allow those to cook until they are slightly caramelized. This takes about 3 minutes. Remember, I said I want them to dissolve into the sauce because you don't want them too strong. I put in a tablespoon of fresh minced garlic. This is about 5 cloves of garlic. And I toast this for about 30 seconds. And then I add in my broccoli. This broccoli has been cut into really small pieces because I want this to be able to cook in enough time in this sauce. So don't use a bunch of big broccoli florets, cut them on the small side. If you don't want broccoli, free to leave it out. I season my broccoli as well with a little bit of Toney's, and I use that Toney's the same way that I would use salt. I allow this broccoli to stir fry and cook for about 5 to 6 minutes until I feel like it has a little bit of crunch left on it, but it's soft enough to go into the sauce. I'm adding a 1.5 cups of heavy cream. No half and half for me, baby. This is a creamy and delicious. If I'm gonna have pasta, I'm going all the way. Okay, so heavy cream for me. And I put in a little bit of that Cajun seasoning just so that heavy cream will have a flavor too. I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese and I'm gonna allow all of this to melt. Stir your sauce together and just look at that sauce. It looks gorgeous, it smells amazing, and it is just going to be divine in this creamy chicken Alfredo. Can't you just see it now? It is bubbling away. I let it reduce for about 3 minutes just so it would thicken up, and then I put in that fettuccine noodles. Stir everything around so that everything can be well combined. I decided that I wanted a little extra flavor on my noodles, so I took a teaspoon of that better than bouillon and I actually mixed it into the sauce. You could also do this when you added the heavy cream in, but I decided to go ahead and do it now. This adds a nice rich umami chicken, roasted chicken flavor to everything, and it is super delicious. If you have not used Better Than Bouillon, child, get you some, get you some. I'm gonna put in half of the chicken with the juices from that chicken and some parsley. I'm saving the other part of the chicken because I want to use it as a garnish. Guys, if you are working hard in that kitchen, you may as well make your food look good. So work it up with that parsley, you know, let them know you did a little something with your presentation. I'm mixing everything together, and now I'm gonna add my leftover chicken pieces on top. Let the people know what is in the food, baby. So put that chicken all around the dish on the top. I'm also gonna go in with a little bit extra parsley because you know when you see parsley on your food, you know you feel like you done worked hard up in that kitchen, but in reality, it only took you about 30 minutes from start to finish to make. And look at this Alfredo. It just looks amazing. If you enjoyed this recipe, why don't you subscribe? Thank you for joining me today, and goodbye.